Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Anuj, and it's been a real pleasure and a privilege to be here in front of all of you. So it's been a mind-boggling experience in the morning. I've met so many experts and so many people, who are doing so many things in the blockchain. So it's really, really excited to be here. And before we move forward with the presentation and, the idea that, we are going to present here, I'd like to invite the MAH team to inaugurate our coin. So, it's an inauguration for our STREX coin, which is going to be a next generation digital coin for a healthcare domain. So please, team, if you can. Yeah, round of applause, please, for the team.
Right? I'll send you the bill. Georgie, send them the bill, right? Okay, just give me the go. 1, 2, 3, launch! There you go. Come on, team, come around here. Well done. So is someone going to say 2 words what this is about, right? Go for it. Ado.
So we are all very excited to launch this coin today. And as I said, we hope, this would be the next generation digital coin for a healthcare industry. So by now, I think you all must have guessed that, this concept that we are going to talk about is on the healthcare industry. And I'm glad that, Mr. Patel already touched about it, the healthcare industry, and, we are pretty excited to talk about it. We all know that, the healthcare industry is the one which is growing at the rate of 10% per year, and it's more than $320 billion industry as of now. There have been a lot of innovations that have been done in the healthcare industry, especially, during the time of pandemic that, we are all experiencing. But those innovations are primarily in the health of healthcare domain itself. We'll see new vaccines coming up, we'll see new surgeries coming up, we'll see new procedures coming up, alternate therapies, etc. But, when it comes to the innovations in terms of digitalization or in terms of information technology, I think we still have a lot of space in terms of, doing new innovations in the healthcare industry. So this product or this idea that we are going to talk about today is all about bringing the innovation or the IT based innovation in the healthcare domain, and MAH Healthcare is the company who is creating this product and this coin to basically create this new offering in the healthcare space. Okay, so just talking a bit more about it. So there are several actors or the several organizations who basically work in the healthcare domain. It starts with patients who are the center of any healthcare domain product. So what are the problems that today's the patients face when it comes to the healthcare industry? So if we imagine the kind of problems that the patient faces, that the first problem is that we don't have any kind of a digital representation of our medical records. Or even if we have a digital representation of a medical record, it's not immutable, it's not shareable, it's not interoperable. Okay? So what we are trying to envision is that we can create a trusted, reliable source of medical records through this product that is interoperable, that can be shareable not only within the countries but across the geographies, across the globe, with any doctor or any consultant in the world. Okay? And the doctors or the consultants should be able to trust that information, because trust is always at the core of blockchain technology. So for the patients, it will offer a digital health record, and also it will offer some kind of incentives if the patients are able to maintain their health. So not only you will have your digital health passport with you, but you will also earn these coins if you are able to manage your health well. So what we are offering is that, we want to incentivize patients in case they are able to follow the advice of the medical professionals and are able to manage their health parameters well. Okay, so patients are the first part of this ecosystem. The second is the doctors. Now, what are the problems that the doctors face? The doctors normally do not have a real-time view of patients' information. It's very difficult for them to assess the information coming from different sources. So normally doctors recommend patients to go through the scans and tests again and again. And it takes a lot of time, to basically get that information or, a real or authentic source of information for the doctors. So with this kind of a system that we are developing, doctors will get a real-time information of the patient records if the patient wishes to share that record with the doctors. Okay, so that's there for the doctors, and also like patients are able to incentivize with this system, the doctors will also be able to get incentivized through these systems if they get a good ratings by serving the patients well. So, we have the incentives for doctors also, for the patients also. The third community that, we are linking with this entire ecosystems are insurance companies. So, medical insurance companies generally face the problems with respect to, first, providing the insurance to the patient. So, first they have to trust the patients on what declarations he or she is doing. And then based on that, they are providing the insurance policies to the patients. Now, with this kind of a system where the medical history of a patient is already on the blockchain, so it will be very, very easy for the insurance companies to provide the insurance policies to the patient based on the health records that they have. And, the claim settlements timings will be very, very short, because the contracts that we generally execute manually with the insurance companies will be executed automatically by the smart contracts. So if you see the overall, okay, so this is the kind of a high level architecture that you can see here. You can see that we have the hospitals and clinics towards the right, by which the patients, nursing staff, doctors, everyone can connect to the systems. You can see on the bottom that we have the insurance companies which can connect to the systems. On the left side, you can see the pharmaceutical test labs connecting to the same systems. And on the top left, you can see the medical research organizations connecting to the same systems. And this is going to get built on a Hyperledger Fabric-based business network with a connectivity to this digital coin, Astrex digital coin that we are building. And this system will be an open system in the sense that, it will give the flexibility for any organization to come and join. Okay, so it will be like an open community where everyone can come, contribute, join, build this more stronger, and basically enhance the product itself. It will also have an open interface to connect with some of the existing systems. Like, for example, if the hospitals or the clinics are managing their own legacy systems on ERP SAP, so this will provide an open APIs to connect with the legacy systems as well, so that they can see the updates directly on their systems coming from the blockchain layer. Now, since the medical records data is generally huge in volumes, so we are using a decentralized storage like IPFS in order to store those medical records in the system. So IPFS will be having the off-chain data. The on-chain data will be there on the blockchain, which is backed by the Hyperledger Fabric. Hyperledger Fabric is a natural choice in this kind of a scenario because it gives us the scalability and the speed that is needed. And because multiple organizations will be connecting to the system, we will have a provision to add a dynamic organization or a dynamic entity on the need basis. Okay, so the medical research companies, what problems do they face currently? They need to do a lot of work in order to collect the data for having an authenticated medical research. Okay, so this system, if the patients share their data, not only they will get incentivized for sharing the data with the medical research companies, but the research companies will also get the authentic data and will be able to fast track the vaccines or the procedures that they do. Okay, so this will be an excellent platform for the research companies. We are also connecting the pharmaceuticals companies and the test labs with these systems, so that you can directly order your medicines through those platforms. Plus, you can also track the complete provenance of a medicine, so that you can get rid of any kind of a fake medicines. In today's world, more than 10% of the medicines that we purchase over the counter are either fake medicines or expired medicines. So, with our system, you will be able to track the complete provenance of anything that you are getting from this system. So that's another advantage of having this kind of a system. And this will all be backed up by the digital medical economy. So any transaction that you do will have an option of using this coin as well as the fiat currency, wherever based on the legalities of the country which are using these product. Okay, so at the end of it, when this system is developed, each one of us will have a digital health passport. And how does that look like? So it will be a wallet on your mobile phone where you can see your entire health records, okay? Where you will have an option to consult any physician or any doctor in the world who is part of this ecosystem. Where you can see or where you can acquire your insurance policies directly through these platforms, and where you can settle your claims directly through this digital health passport. So this will be like, one-stop shop for any kind of a healthcare need or requirement that you need. Now, this is the coin, that we have just launched. So initially, we are launching this coin on the decentralized exchanges, and slowly, we will expand and launch these coins on centralized exchanges as well. The plan is to make sure that, this becomes a reliable digital entity for this solution, which can be exchanged through the platform and can be acquired by, all the patients, doctors, and everyone who are going to use this system. Okay, so one of the main objective of this coin is not only to enable the digital economy, but also to make sure that, the patients and all the actors in the systems are incentivized by some way or another. We have also kept a portion of these coins for the charity purpose, so that, we can also give those coins to the poor patients who can directly get benefit through this platform using those coins. So we are planning to launch this, the product in 4 phases. The first phase, where we are looking to complete this product will be in June 2022. And, we have plans to launch this in 18 countries, including USA, Estonia, Madagascar, several African countries. And then, we'll be moving with January 2023 on another set of countries, including Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Ukraine, etc. And followed by phase 3 and phase 4 based on the success of, the product and the coins. So where we are currently is that, we are developing the proof of concept of this application by creating this Hyperledger-based product along with Ethereum-based coin. And by January, we are looking forward for a complete POC that we can showcase. And by June, we will have a ready product. So that's where, we are at this point of time. Right, so this was a brief about, this product and, the coin that, we are coming up with. If you have any questions, please feel free to come up. Otherwise, we are looking forward for the partnerships We are looking forward for the investments. We are looking forward for the guidance in making this product and this idea successful with all of you. Thank you so much.
Mr. Oh, sorry. We have a question.
Okay.
Congratulations for such a nice product. I have some questions regarding the EMR, because the EMR, when you talk about the medical health, is continuously changing. It's what the ICD code 9, now it is 10, is going to be 11. How are you mapping these EMRs? How you handle these challenges in the healthcare sector? Number one. Number two, when we talk about the, let's say, EMR, there is a lot of the AI integrations is there. Are you coming with that as well? Or if yes, then what kind of method of the AI technology you are using it?
Yeah. So I think great question. So first of all, we are trying to build this EMR based on the different medical practices that we have. Like for example, you might have a different set of data required for an ortho, for a cardio. So we are consulting, some consultants or big consultants to create this EMR. And we are trying to follow the guidelines that are there from WHO and all top organizations so that it can remain consistent. It changes with the time, that is for sure, because the new things come up. But we'll try to create these platforms so that we can adopt those changes not only in the smart contract but also in the data that we are using.
Pleasure.
EMR is not on the practice. It has the FHIR standard, which is called FHIR, and the HL7. So if you wanted to build something, the EMR, you have to meet the FHIR standard and
Yes.
HL7.
Yes.
And ICD code is they have to follow it. So you cannot, when you talk about the medical line, you have to go through the certain standard. Because based on that standard, only you can build any kind of a structured EMR. EMR has to be communicate the same language across the globe. And in order to do that, you have to follow the FHIR or HL7 or then ICD code or SNOMED.
That's
Otherwise, EMR is not going to base on the, this is from my medical background, is cannot communicate in the same language. Sitting the doctor in the India, sitting the doctor in the USA has to communicate in the same language. And then you
Absolutely,
have to meet,
absolutely, absolutely. Yes, so we are trying to follow those standards. There are standard set of guidelines that are there from WHO. So we have kind of taken them as a base guidelines, and then we are consulting some of the top doctors to make sure that it covers all the aspects of the EMR. And the second question that you asked on having the AI layer on top of this solution, so that's also in the plan. Once we collect the substantial amount of data, we are trying to build this platform that can give suggestions to the patients, automatic suggestions to the patients based on the history. So we are trying to integrate AI-based algorithms, machine learning on top of it, so that it becomes a platform where where some sort of advice can be given to the patients directly based on the historical records. Obviously, that will come in the subsequent phases, because the first phase we are trying to build the data and we are trying to build the user base who will be using this application. Thank you so much.